the Los Angeles Chargers having to come back in the fourth quarter to beat the Washington football team. This isn't really more a knack on Washington, so to say, but I would have thought that the Chargers, you just had such a great offense last year, and going up against the number one defense, it's going to be tough. But I honestly would have thought that they would have just kind of gotten ahead and stayed ahead and kept leading. But with Ryan Fitzpatrick going out, Taylor Heineke, I think I pronounced
that. Yeah, Heineke.
Got the lead, went up 16-13, and Justin Herbert and the crew had to come back. And so good win for the Chargers to start out, especially having to come back, really build that confidence. But I honestly would have thought that they would have gotten ahead early and then just slowly started to separate themselves because their defense is good enough to hold the Chargers to a few amount of points.
Yeah, well, so one of the things you mentioned there that I think was key was that the quarterback woes continue for the Washington football team as Ryan Fitzpatrick goes out. That was definitely unexpected. But I thought with the new additions to the offensive line that the Chargers would be much more able to run the ball and kind of move the ball at will, whereas it was not the case. And granted, they had probably top 3 defensive line last year. In the Washington football team, if not the best.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really competing with like the Rams and maybe the Bears, who are ironically playing right now.
Yeah.
But it was just surprising how competitive the Washington football team was able to make that to keep that game, especially considering we have such high regard for the Chargers and their offseason moves. So I think that was a good performance for both teams. I mean, the Chargers showed grit to win close games, and the Washington football team showed that they can compete with what we feel is a top team in the league.